In today's video, we're going to compare this LG 335 watt panel against this Harbor Freight 100 watt panel and why you may want to consider something bigger like this. This 100 watt panel from Harbor Freight Tools I bought just recently was $100 for basically 100 watts versus this 335 watt panel. You can pick these up used anywhere from about $100 to $200 depending where you live. So these bigger solar panels, these are more the ones that you would typically see on a house, your residential type style panels. These are great for off-grid builds, obviously your houses that you're going to do a grid tie system to, which basically a grid tie system is basically a bunch of solar panels that are tied into the grid versus something off-grid like a shed where you would just put into batteries, or something maybe like you would put onto your RV, which this is getting popular now because you can actually buy more watts for less dollars versus the portable panels. Like these big panels that you see here from LG, these have these big solar cells on them with a whole bunch of bus bars in the middle. If you count these up, you'll see there's actually 12 bus bars that go all the way across this one cell that captures more energy out of the solar panel. This Harbor Freight panel right here, this is one cell, and if you look at the silver bars, the bus bars, there's only 5 of them there, but there's 72 cells here. And this is a great performing panel, but it would take up to 3 of these just to be able to put out the same amount of power and take up more room as like one of these used residential panels. Now, is one of these bigger solar panels right for you? Because these smaller ones that are portable are great for solar suitcases, RVs, or if you need to move them around, versus these big ones are 2 to 3 times the weight. They're obviously not portable like the small ones, but is a bigger panel actually better than 3 smaller ones? We'll test it out and find out. We'll take a look at the specs, and this little junction box, this right here, that's actually made in China. But if you actually look at the specifications here, it says this LG 335 watt panel, this is actually made in the USA. As we take a look at the specs at 335 watts, 41 volts, and 34.5 is really what we're going to be looking at with a load on it, and then 10.5 amps or 9.86 amps. That's under a load under optimal conditions like 70 to 80 degrees and with your solar panel at the correct angle. So I don't think we'll see any of those numbers, but we might get a little bit close because it is hot, about 100 degrees right now. As we take a look at the Harbor Freight panel, this is 18 to 19 volts, and this is going to be obviously under optimal conditions as well, but let's find out. So I set these panels up last night, and we'll see how well 3 Harbor Freight panels do, these 3 in series, against this one big panel, and we'll see which one actually puts out more power. Now, obviously, there's advantages to both, but we'll see where is your money better spent and for what you're looking to build. So don't worry about this shade. This is going to go away in just a couple minutes once we get hooked up at everything, and we'll see which one puts out more power. So when I set these up last night, I tried to make sure the angle of both sets were exactly the same, or at least pretty darn close. So we'll get this light meter here, and it shows about 975. So we'll go over and check the Harbor Freight panels, and we'll check it again just to make sure that our light readings are relatively close. And we're off by maybe 5, maybe 10 at best, which that's not really going to change too much, so we're good. Okay, we'll start with the LG panel first, and what we're going to do is just hook this up, and we're going to plug it into a power station, this Delta Pro that I have, and we'll see how many watts of input that we actually get from the one solar panel. I also added a meter over here so we can kind of see everything real easy. So this little PowerWorks meter will show us our volts, also our amps and the watts. So right now, it's showing about 37 volts, so pretty close to what the spec is. And now we'll plug it into the Delta Pro power station, and we'll take a look. Okay, so it's been sitting for about a minute. I let it kind of settle down, and we're bringing in about 230 watts, give or take, from this one big panel. So we'll also go over and look at the meter and see how well it's doing. And again, with the temperatures and the angle of the sun, we're not going to see max numbers out of this. Okay, as we take a look at the meter again, I'll try to make sure there's the least amount of glare as possible, but we're showing about 240 watts and about 30 volts and about 8 amps. So that's actually not too bad. Another look over at the power station again, 230 watts. So we'll see how well it does against the 3 Harbor Freight panels. I'll get those hooked up and switch this out real quick, and we'll see how well they do against the one larger panel. Okay, so I have it hooked up to the Harbor Freight panels. These are in series, and one thing that's nice about the panels is those legs. It just kind of supports them, gets them right up, but I got the cable already hooked up, and if you guys haven't seen any other videos about these panels, I'll have links in the description so you can see them compared against the Renogy panels and some other things just to give you ideas of how well they really do perform. So as we look at the power meter now, it says 4.75 amps, just about 51 volts and 238 watts. As we take a quick look at the power station again, we're basically at the same amount of input as the one large solar panel at 225 watts. So now if you take a look at it from a dollar sense, you have one big panel at $150 roughly, and then 3 panels, which that's $300. So you're basically spending $300, $1 per watt. And if you buy 2, now you have 2 of these big panels for $300 at 670 watts. That's under 50 cents a watt versus $1 per watt on those small portable panels. So we'll take a look at the power output of those 2 big ones. So I had to switch out my power meter because I dropped the other one while setting everything back up, and I think I damaged it, but this second one I have does exactly the same thing. And as we take a look at it, it definitely is not as bright as my last one, but if you look at those numbers, look at how many amps now. We're pushing 8 amps, we're at about 61 volts and almost 500 watts of power with 2 of these big solar panels. And as we take a look at the power station real quick, you can see we're just about 500, 490, and that's only going to get better as the sun starts to get higher in the sky because it's about 10 o'clock in the morning and it's about 90 degrees. So now we have $300 with 2 big panels with more than double the watts, or you have the smaller portable panels that are $300. So it really depends on your application and what you need. If you want to see more testing on those Harbor Freight panels, check up on the link that's up here, and then I hope to see you guys next time.